told y'all we'd be back with D Frazier right here at 713 with the trees. No, it's definitely going down, man. Verbalpic Radio, we are everyday people, right? But basically, so if you are a striving artist, right? You got your dream, right? You want to be a part of the music industry, right? Well, the magic happens at the studio. You got to come into a studio to put it down, right?
Sure.
Now, as I stated, music goes back. It was a science, part of the arts, all the way back to Egypt, man, back in times, right? And so we had the talking drum, right? We moving forward in time. We talking about political issues, you know. We talk about blinging, swinging. We talk about material things, right? But we connecting across cities. You know, Houston got a flavor where we connecting all the way to Tampa Bay, or we hitting the whole Florida, California, you know, New York. And then Tennessee, they got their flavor. Everybody got a flavor of where we at because we brought a part of that. This even goes all the way back to slavery, man.
Facts.
You know what I mean? We brought a part of us wherever we went, but we communicated, okay, over here we doing it like this. What y'all got over here, right? But as you know, sometimes people get involved and they want to cause division, divide and conquer, right? But today is a new day, right?
For sure.
And we finna put it together once again with my partner D Frazier.
For sure.
Because he said something that was so profound. Well, I read it, right? He got to break this down for me. Said the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. You got to start right there. Come on, break that part.
I'm going to break that down. I was actually given that by a more known artist.
Uh-huh.
And he used to wear that on his left wrist every day. Nipsey Hussle.
Come on.
He wore a gold bracelet on his left wrist that said, "Suffer the pain of discipline or suffer the pain of regret."
Wow.
And ever since I had heard that from my boy BH, All Money and BH, I've just took that to heart and it's just stayed with me ever since. You know what I'm saying?
That's heavy because if you not disciplined and follow your path and your goal,
right,
time will pass and you regret that you didn't take advantage of the opportunity you had.
Right.
When it was in your face.
The whole time. When you procrastinated. Or you listened to everybody that said, "Oh, nah, that ain't a good idea."
Right, that ain't a good idea. But come on, we going to get further though. Because in this is going to show you where the ideas come from.
Right.
They come from within, but you can't be worried about what other people say, man.
Okay.
So the difference is discipline weighs ounces while regret weighs tons, right? And we live, right? Mm-hmm. The difference is discipline weighs ounces while regret weighs tons. That regret like a monkey on your back. Right? You got to get it off you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's up, bro. Then it goes on, man. I mean, it's profound, bro. It's profound.
For sure.
You're either going to make hits or you're not. Just make everything with your heart and leave the rest to the universe, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I
put that on the website.
I know.
I have people that come in here as artists and I feel like because they're not even under the pressure, they put themselves under the pressure of what all these other artists are doing. And that they come in here and try to sound like artists that we already have out here. And it's like the whole point, artists will tell you off rip. There's a lot of artists that come in here and they'll ask me my input and I always tell them, I'm going to give you my input, but remember this. I'll never tell an artist how to paint his picture.
Right, come on. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, an artist, you could be here painting a picture and I could give you my input, but that didn't come from you. You get what I'm saying? Exactly. That came from me. So that's not how you really wanted to portray that picture. That's you taking my input and then, you know, mixing it in with yours.
Exactly. It's like universe. Universe will give you an ideal or a thought, but it's up to you to implement it and put it out front.
Goes back to something I said earlier.
Come on.
I just told somebody this. They said, Frazier, why you always giving people free game? Why you always giving game? And I told them like this is the best analogy I could put it to them. Michael Jordan was on an all-star team, but everybody wasn't Michael Jordan. I can give you the ball, but that don't mean you're going to play like me.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, I mean, it's all about, you know what I'm saying, all about how you use the game that you're given and you apply yourself.
That's right. Yeah. Your vision.
Yeah.
You everybody's not going to see the same thing the same way. Everybody's not going to interpret the same thing the same
Or
way.
execute.
But look, you can pass the story around. By the time it get to the 100th person, it's changed all the way.
Characters are different there.
It changed.
It's something totally different than what you really did.
That's right. Man. So now, how important that to fill that void of artist development? Because at one point, you had mixers and you had shows, and sometimes you would have entertainment attorneys there and showing you, the game or to show artists how to give interviews and whatnot.
Right.
Do we need that back in the game? Or
that's definitely needed. Shit, even I need it. I'm gonna keep it real. It's definitely needed. It's very much needed. I just feel like as technology has advanced over the years, labels just have seen it as a way to just get rid of something in the label that they don't realize helped them more than it didn't.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I guess the funds, it was coming out of their funds to develop these artists. But in the end, that's how you got your Whitneys. That's how you got your Luthers. That's how you got your Christina Aguileras, your Justin Timberlakes. Once they took that away, you see now they just picking up anybody on SoundCloud to make a dope little hit song. And they all mostly become one-hit wonders.
That's right.
You might hear about them for a couple. This ain't jabbing no shots with the Watching Me Whipping Nene Kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He came out with that. That was cool. But now you chasing that same single your whole career, and then you slowly fade off into the distance.
Yeah, but because you're right. Some of the people that's in the industry, like Michael Jackson said, they don't really care about us.
Nah.
You know what I mean? They want
trying to get paid. But that goes back to what I was saying. Make it from your heart.
Right.
People come in this, the first thing they think is, oh, I'm trying to hit on this song so I can get my mom. It's cool. You want to get your mama that house. Right. You want to make that $1 million.
Right.
But a slow dollar over time lasts longer than that one you made overnight.
Yeah, come on.
You know what I'm saying? When you get these young kids that million, the millions up front like that, for one little single, they already birthed it up. Now they're enslaved by the end of their deal.
Come on, bro.
They're enslaved by the end of their deal.
And like you say, that song from the heart, it transcends time.
Mm-hmm.
It's making a statement.
They still singing Al Green.
They're singing Al.
They still singing Marvin Gaye. They still singing The Temptations. They still singing Smokey Robinson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now let's keep it all the way tall. You think they still gonna be singing Lil Pump 30, 40 years from now? No dissing.
No.
But realistic.
Yeah, realistic. Time change, bro. Definitely. Now, how important is it to get that sound right, that mastering? And wait, before we get on that though, man, I have discussions all the time, bro, as far as mixing and mastering, right? Mm-hmm. And some people say, well, mastering is what sounds good to you. I can't tell you what mastering is.
That's not true. That's not true. I'm gonna tell you why. Every artist that comes to a studio before they leave, the first thing they ask an engineer is, "Hey, bro, you think you can put a rough mix on it so I can jam it on the way home? Right. Hey, bro, you think you can put a rough mix on it so I can just hear what it's kind of gonna sound like?" So can't nobody say they don't know. I ain't gonna say they can't say that, but I feel like if you're saying something like that, you're lying to yourself.
Right.
Like once you lay something down like that, you want to hear what it's gonna sound like.
That's right.
Because I've even felt victim sometimes of putting music out there too soon, just because I'm so hyped. I just recorded it. I'll put it on SoundCloud. It's not mixed down, nothing. I'm just hyped. In my mind, it sounds good already. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just hyped about the music. But in reality, professionally, I shouldn't have did that. Right. You get what I'm saying? Like when you skip steps, and there's a lot of songs I put out that I'm probably going to re-release for the simple fact I didn't put them out the right way. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind taking them down and re-releasing them the right way because I should have did it right the first time, as my grandma always said.
Come on.
If you do it right the first time, you got to go back. You know what I'm saying?
That's a life lesson, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Those, as I stated, are called building blocks, bro. But we building you up now. We building you up now.
Sure.
Now, how do you stay strong against the adversity, against the obstacles, against you having an motivation? What drives you though?
That they don't like you.
I don't know.
And you know you ain't did nothing to them. That's what drives you.
Right. That's what
it's,
feeds
it's dang, son, you don't even know me. Okay, I'm gonna make you more mad.
That's right. I'm gonna put it in your face then. That's right.
See,
bro.
I got a big bro. I got a friend of mine who helped me start this. And he's told me when he met me, I don't know if it's a Texas thing, but I'm from North Carolina.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's a Texas thing, and my big brother out here used to say it. He used to always say, "Oh, D, you too humble, bro. You good at what you do, bro. You gotta start putting it in their face, man. Man, don't feel like you gotta downplay yourself to let somebody else. If it's not gonna dim your shine for you to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? So don't always hide who you are because you feel like you're bragging.
Right. Yeah, you do that because you it's sometimes where you can hear somebody just blowing up, like they bragging, talking about it, and you know what you got.
Yeah.
And sometimes you like, I'm gonna just let them go on. If I pull out what I got, man, it's gonna wreck them. So let me just let them do what they do, and that sometimes they keep the peace though, bro. Yeah, definitely. And on Verbalpic Radio, once again, we like to bring you all entertainment and bring you all people that can build you up. It's more of a teaching moment, right? Because we need that, man, in the game today. Trust me. So anybody that's out there listening, make sure you take heed from a professional and advice and energy that he's putting into it and give it to you because you got generations that's coming up, and, they turn on the TV and they see videos and, they hear music on a radio station while they driving their cars and they have a vision that one day I want that to be me. I wanna be on that scene, right? And you hear a lot of people saying, well, why don't you do the doctor thing, do the lawyer thing, not because that music is captivating, right? Man. But you gotta do it right though. When you get into it, you gotta invest yourself and give it your all, and you have to do it right. And like I stated earlier, it starts in the studio. For sure. But our studios are not equal.
Nah, they're not.
You know what I mean? Our studios are not equal. And I'm just not finding out how many people come to Houston to get recorded.
Man, look. I could go. Look. It's a lot of people that come to Houston. It's a lot of people that come to Houston because they want this sound. They like y'all culture. You know what I'm saying? I've been here over 10 years, so I'm somewhat of a Houstonian now, too. I can kind of say something like that. I was on the Screw anniversary, so I'm kind of adopted now. I can officially say I'm a Houstonian, something like that. Yeah. But it's not something you're going to come down here and disrespect either. You know what I'm saying? The culture of Houston, you are not going to come down here and disrespect. And I done been here long enough to where I'd have taken it offensive.
Right, yeah.
Come down here and disrespect Houston's culture and try to take something and think you're going to rock with it and not pay homage. You know what I'm saying?
It don't work like that. Because Houston is more of we stand, your word is your bond. Respect.
Stand on what
we don't, because in Houston, and the funny part about it is you can have signed contracts, but sometimes if you say your word, sometimes people, okay, well, come on, let's ride. We gonna deal. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And each time, bam, then it's a done deal. That's why you hear the term, you hear people saying done deal. Done deal. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, it's that culture, but the 10 years you've been in the H, right? Mm-hmm. Is it different from going through other cities? I know you move around states a lot.
As in what?
As far as,
is there any city like Houston?
Right.
Hell no.
Mm-hmm. Because somebody would say,
that ain't me capping. I'm gonna give y'all card, man. H-Town is one of a kind. There is no going to LA and saying, oh, this just like in Houston. Or you going to New York, oh, this just like, nah. This stuff in Houston, you only gonna find in Houston, from the people to the places to the food, all that. Now, will I say every place has its own vibe that makes you creative? If you're going on the right vibes to be in that creative space, to make music or to present art or whatever you're doing, yes. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. H-Town has a feeling that when you come to this city, there's so much culture here. Right. You know what I'm saying? From the like I said, from the music to almost everything down here, it's so much culture here that it's not hard to be creative down here. Right. We was forced to be independent. Yeah. We was forced to be independent. They wasn't rocking us, on the East Coast back in the day. We couldn't even get on the radio, bruh. And it's so crazy because it's probably out of all the artists down here, almost all of them are legends in their own right. Yeah. If you really think about it. Yeah. Every artist that comes from Houston, really Texas. Right. There's a lot of artists that are down here and in their own right, they're legends. They broke some type of record or something with a mixtape or an album or a single. Right. And I'm keeping it real. Mm-hmm. Even Ray Charles stayed out here. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Didn't know that. Come on. Right? Yeah. We appreciate that history. Had no idea. But look, I appreciate your time. Being on the show, bro. For sure, man. I appreciate y'all, man. And down the line, we got to do a part 2. Oh, for sure. Whenever. Whenever. But now, what do you currently have going on right now? Man, I'm working on a project, man. Okay. People say I'm long overdue for a tape. I be always on my partner's songs and all that. I've been in the behind the scenes so long, for years. Right. I've done nothing but music since I graduated high school, man. Come on. I've had my own studio for 4 years now. Come on. So it's time. Yeah, it's time for me to get my own project out there. I've worked with so many artists over the years that it's just like at this point they're like, oh, about time. Yeah, come on. So right. Yeah. I try to give the people what they want, man. Now, for those who want to find you, as far as social media or whatnot, how can they do that? You can find me on Instagram at 71tree_D Frazier. That's DFRAZIER. Or you can hit the studio page at 71tree Studios. Find me on YouTube. Come on. All right. D Frazier. Yeah. Make sure y'all support. Go out there. And definitely, man, we are everyday people that did that. But we roll out of here, man, if you want, bro. If you want to drop a free. I feel like everybody drops a free, man. You gotta bring back this singing stuff, man. The singing? Look, man. When you hear me on the radio, babe, do I make your body go crazy? And when you see me in your favorite magazine, do you rip me out and say my page? When you hear me through your speakers, do your legs start to shake and get weaker? It's true, you know I do it better than they do. And all she said was, yeah. Oh, all night, hey, all night. D Frazier. Boy, D. Definitely, man, that's what's up, man. It's coming. Ladies, boy, D Frazier. Hey, everyday people right here, Verbal Freak Radio. Every day. We out.